Hey, welcome to another episode of It Resolves. My name is Kevin.
My name is Will, the one who can talk clearly through his nose. Welcome back.
Allergies.
He does. He has allergies. Be nice. Be nice.
If I wipe my nose or sneeze or run away, and I don't know, that's why.
I thinking of all the
What were you
reasons.
gonna say, Will?
I forget. Hey, you're consuming this form of media. Thanks for that. For watching and listening, doing it however you're doing it, where you're doing it. On YouTube, the SoundCloud, things, and podcast app, of course.
Yeah,
and
all the above.
Yeah, and you can find our links below the above.
You beat me to it, man. I was gonna say it, and then you beat me to it.
Were you gonna say that?
Yeah,
exactly?
I was actually gonna be like, hey, look at the links down below. Follow them. Enjoy them. Hang out with us.
I jabbed my pencil in my notebook, and it's bugging me.
All right, guys. So for today's episode, we're gonna start off with the random card of the day, as always. Then we are going to go into deck building on a mathematical level with land base, specifically.
We're gonna try to.
Will's gonna try to. Yeah, I was gonna say Will's gonna try real hard to make this happen.
Kevin has no hand in this.
Nope. I did a little bit of research. We'll get through that in about 5 seconds, and then the rest of it is on you.
Yeah. Which works out because you have a hard time talking, but
yeah,
I might have a hard time talking about math.
Math is hard, guys.
Math is hard for me.
Then we are going to talk about our question of the week, and then of course our sponsor and our crack-a-pack at the end.
You sounded like a congested Forrest Gump.
I am a congested Forrest Gump. I run real fast. You wouldn't believe.
Talk about our questions.
We're going to talk about our questions. Now I'm baby Forrest Gump.
Jesus.
All right, so
refresh that page.
Let's start off. 3, 2, 1. Breach.
Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains fear until end of turn. It cannot be blocked except by artifact creatures and or black creatures. This was always a weirdly specific thing to me.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
It's because no other card or color rather gets something like that, right? Like white doesn't have a.
Yeah, I mean.
Blue doesn't have its whatever.
Shadow was a thing, but that's not color specific.
But yeah, like everything. Well, not everything, but plenty of things got shadow.
What was Intimidate?
Intimidate can't be blocked by
other creatures with Intimidate or something like that. Wasn't it?
Is that not the 2 or 1 or
no? That's Menace.
Menace. Oh, you're right. Oh, Intimidate it has to share a creature type.
Really?
Right?
I think it's like they both have to have Intimidate. Anyway, this one is 2 and a black for this instant.
We're supposed to know.
Yeah, we are supposed to know. We really should know things better. This is a common from Urza's Saga. There's not a whole lot to say about cards like these. They're combat tricks, and they're fine as filler for a deck. In specifically draft formats, you would not use this in Constructed. There's no way.
No, probably not. And it is share a color.
Oh, okay.
Can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or creatures that share a color.
So that's a little weird. It's like fear, but for everything.
Yeah.
So
they're like, oh, we can't give the black cards too much fun.
Yeah.
Even though 63% of the cards that have Intimidate are black.
Are they?
Yes.
Did you actually? Is that like the actual statistic?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dead A. Look at that. 19 cards.
So they were like, guys, fear's too good.
Yeah.
What's the least? White?
Yep. Well,
actually, technically blue because no blue. But anyway,
Touché.
yeah. I mean, honestly, in draft, these are okay.
Oh yeah, they're great. I mean, it's good filler.
Yeah, it is a good filler.
And it's nice to be able to. It kind of gives you reach, right? You get to punch in and not the keyword, like the keep damage through.
It also can ideally like swing combat in your favor if you're on the blocking end or something as well, because again, especially with fear, you'd want to use this mainly when you're attacking. However, if you're in a losing position, you can use this to buff a creature to kill something, or give it fear so it can block a creature with fear. Does that make sense? No, that doesn't work. Just kidding.
It would work with Intimidate.
It would work with Intimidate. That's what I was thinking.
But not Fear.
Yeah.
Hence why we haven't seen Fear for like what? 20 blocks?
Yeah, it's been a long time. This is from Urza's Saga, so it's a long time ago.
Yeah,
for Magic.
I think there have been cards with Fear printed in core sets and whatever, but it's
I'm
not.
Sure there are,
it's not it. It's not evergreen. It's not something you see all the time.
I don't think they use it at all anymore, right?
I can't remember the last time I've seen one printed with Fear. So
cool card, but just a combat trick. I mean, there's not much to.
But I mean, I'm really partial to the unblockable effects in combat.
Yeah, I mean, I like unblockable effects. I mean, in draft, you're gonna win on the board, as we've talked about most of the time. Right. Very few times do you win any other scenario. So To have combat tricks in a deck, usually run like 2 or 3 depending on your creature count. But if it's a high creature count, 2 or 3 usually is pretty good because it gives you a few outs and things like that without taking up too many slots. So
right, good point.
Yeah, that's about it though. I don't really have anything else to say about it.
It's solid for the ceiling of combat tricks, I guess. There are outliers to those, but this is pretty run of the mill. I don't like it at 3.
I don't like it at 3 either. It's a little bit too expensive. If it was 2, it'd be pretty awesome, but
I mean, I think 2 would be fine, honestly.
Yeah,
you still don't see it constructed
either.
I think at 1 you'd see it in constructed maybe, but because I mean, that gives you so much early game potential.
Although to be fair, the only place this is actually legal is like Legacy and Vintage.
True.
And technically Commander, but so like you wouldn't see it in those formats, I don't think, unless you were to run like Black Green Infect or like Bug Infect. Give it fear. Is
Infect like?
But you run Berserk.
I was gonna say, is its vanilla deck just mono green?
I think so, because you just run Glistener Elf and then Berserk it to win, and then that's kind of it. You usually win on like turn 2,
right?
And like Inkmoth Nexus, but I mean that's colorless, so
yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Inkmoth with fear. There you go.
That's pretty sweet.
Hey man, but gets in there.
Yeah, get it in there. All right, moving on. What's our main topic?
Guys, today we're finally going to talk about some deck building tips.
Weird.
I think we
66 episodes in.
I was going to say, we haven't really ever even though we cater more to new players, we haven't ever really taught you about simple...
How to build a deck.
Yeah, simple tricks to build your deck. Funny!
I don't know if you would classify this as simple. From...
Other folks might. My baby brain
Mathematicians might. We don't.
It's only ratios. It should be simple.
Yeah.
All right. So, it was ratios. We're going to talk about sort of that in a second. Why don't you go over your research first?
So
to kind of...
basically what we tried to do with this, and again, we're going to talk and focus more on the land base for a deck before we go into other parts of deck building and things like that, which we will explore in other episodes. But with this one, we wanted to focus on the land base. And so what we did is we took a format, in this case Modern, and looked at sort of the big 3 archetypes, combo, aggro, and control, and sort of developed an average land-based total for what we get in those style decks.
Sure.
With a few examples for each. So starting off with combo, generally the average land count is between 18 and 19. Storm is probably the best and most popular combo deck right now, I would say. And it usually runs about 17 lands. Ad Nauseam is also fairly popular, and it runs a little bit higher at 20. And then Valakut, which is a very sort of outlier kind of deck, because it is a land-focused deck.
It wins with a land.
Yeah, it has 25. Right. Makes sense because, again, it's land-focused. So we bring that average down to about 18 or 19. Aggro decks, usually about 18 as well. Infect being the one that runs the least with about 16 lands. Burn being the most prominent aggro deck and the one most people would know about, runs about 20. Eldrazi aggro, or Eldrazi Tron, it runs like 24, but because it's, again, a land-based deck, you have the Tron lands, you're going to have a high land count.
Right.
Control, at the low end, we have Lantern Control, which is more of a prison-style deck and a very low curve, so it runs 18. Grixis Control is about 22, which is fairly popular right now. And then the most popular is Blue-White, which runs 24. So the average is sort of between that 22 and 24 range, somewhere in that area. We do want to mention, though, in past years, we've obviously had things like American Control, which is more of a 3-color list. It's a lot more mana intensive, and that deck generally ran about 26 lands. Yeah. So it depends really on your color and the metagame right now, but that's sort of the breakdown of where we're at the moment.
Right. So you see, like a lot of decks will vary, but the average kind of clumps together.
Yeah.
A little bit, but that's how averages do. That's how averages do.
That's how they do.
Put that on a shirt. Yeah, but you'll see outliers. Storm, Infect, and then on the other spectrum, your American Control 25, whatever. Yeah. How did they figure they'd run these specific...
I don't know, Will.
Counts?
How does that work?
I'll teach you a little bit about it.
Do the thing.
This is a subject that I'm learning more and more about, and it's something that will take novice players to like above average players quickly if you can kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
And Modern is a really great kind of environment to figure this out in. what I mean by that is you've got access to so many fun and flexible lands. You talk about the enemy colors having great mana bases, the ally colors having okay mana bases, but a lot of lands are legal that you can play with.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
Tons of dual lands, scry lands, shock lands. You don't ever play scry lands, really. But anyway.
Ad nauseam plays Skylands.
I'm sure they would. It's a combo deck.
Well, but that's like the only deck that runs.
I was going to say, yeah.
Like,
one honestly. Deck doesn't really make them viable.
They're not good unless you're playing Ad nauseam.
True.
Which is a fun deck. Play Ad nauseam.
If you're building
that's the takeaway.
If you are building a budget modern deck, though, you could maybe...
They do work very well as budget lands.
You could argue getting
in a control deck. Again, it has to be like a controller combo deck. It does not work in an aggro deck. If you're multicolor aggro, do not run scry lands. It will not work very well.
But the buddy lands, maybe. The buddy
lands are fine.
Pain lands?
Pain lands are a good budget option, I would say. Yeah.
But all these are legal and for like $3 or $4.
Really, shock lands are like, if you're looking to put a little money into it, but not looking to get like fetch lands or anything, shock lands really are not that expensive at the time.
No, you're talking...
They're like 10.
Yeah.
8 to 12 is like a good average because you get some that are like not played really at all. And then you have like Hollowed Fountain or something like that, which is a little more prominent. So it's going to be higher up. But it's not that expensive, I would say. No. Everybody expected those to spike like crazy after R2R, and they didn't really do too much.
No. So, but they are, they're nice pieces to have, of course.
Absolutely.
So want to open it kind of from the perspective of a new player. If you are putting together a new standard deck, if you're trying to construct a standard deck, and you think to yourself, I want to throw in this sweet bomb. We talked about Frost Titan earlier.
Yep.
It's a 6-drop, 4 colorless, 2 blue. I want to use him as like my top end of my curve. And we'll talk about curve, I guess, in a second. But if he's at the top end, he's the most expensive card in here. A question you may not ask yourself is, how many blue sources do I need to cast it consistently? Turn 6.
Yep.
Right? That's a question that professional players, I'm sure, ask all the time. Maybe have
absolutely
phased it out. It's kind of muscle memory for them, what have you. But I found a sweet equation, you call it, to help you work with that. Those two things
have never been said before.
Oh, I disagree. There are some equations that are sweet. I learned about property tax. The other day.
How sweet!
I'm gonna tell you.
Whew. This is what makes our show different. We talk about property tax on a Magic podcast.
That's quite a rounded equation. You got your exponents in there, a little bit of action. You got some negatives.
Ooh.
Some division. All in one snug equation.
Snug equation. What a great way to describe an equation.
It's snug, it's tight, it's compact. Anyway, the one I'm going to talk about today. I don't really know if it's got a name, so we're going to name it here. Kevin?
Don't look at me.
Cards drawn. We'll just call it that. The cards drawn equation. Here's why. You get your 3 variables. A, it's the number of cards that produce whatever color you want. Let's say it's blue for this example, right? It's blue. B is the number of cards in the deck, usually 60. If it's constructed at 60, limited obviously is 40. C, cards that you draw. So this is your sliding one, the one that changes usually. Really on the offset if you try to figure stuff. So turn 6. You have drawn, let's say you're on the play. Right, so you don't draw an opening card. So you're drawing 5 cards? Turn 6? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So you start off with 7.
Right.
And then an additional 5 for the subsequent turns after turn 1.
So you get 12.
You get 12.
Kevin, you're a new player, we'll say.
I am.
How many islands do you want to throw in your deck?
Let's say 6.
6 islands? All right. Here's how it goes. A times C. A is the number of cards that produce the color. So we'll say you said 6.
Yep.
Times the cards you draw. We just said it's 12.
It is.
You'd agree?
I would agree.
So I get that number.
Yeah.
All right. Divided by cards in the deck.
Which is 72 at the moment, by the way.
But yeah, you don't need 72 islands. Chill out. Divide that by 60 because that's the cards in the deck. And I get a number 1.2. What's that number mean? Glad you asked. So that is pretty much.
This is really fun.
Okay, when I understand math, I really enjoy it.
Yeah,
and when I don't, I'm like,
it's the worst thing in the world.
It's like a porcupine in a suit. What am I going to do with that? Get that thing away from me.
Yeah.
It's the one I thought of.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So, we'll talk about 1.2. This is never guaranteed, let me say, because it is completely randomized and you have no control over what you draw other than how many of those things you put in your deck.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we'll say that you are guaranteed one island in 12 cards. You're guaranteed one island if you put 6 in there. Cool. You're halfway there. But you've only got a 20% chance of drawing another island within those 5 draws, which is not cool. If you're looking to play your Frost Titan consistently on turn 6, that's not going to cut it.
It also should be mentioned at this point that this is all probability based.
Of course.
So saying there's 100% chance that you will have an island on turn 6 is like it's not actually 100%, right?
Yeah,
because
it's going to be,
you're shuffling your deck. There is 100%. There's a chance that you could have all 6 of your islands at the bottom of the deck.
It's true.
And you don't draw them for the entire game. That can happen.
Yeah, there's infinite ways to shuffle your deck. And if you like, each one's going to produce a different result.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's what you want with shuffling.
But what you want is a generally high probability, and that's what we're looking at here.
Right. And experienced players would agree. A 20% probability to draw an island is not good enough.
It's not great.
No, it's really not. But let's try it. Let's say with 10. 10 islands, yeah?
What we get?
Wait, what? What happened?
I don't know what you did, man.
I don't know what I did neither. Okay. If you put 10 islands in your deck and you want to play Frost Titan on turn 2, you are pretty much guaranteed.
On turn 6.
That's what I said, turn 6. Sorry, I'm looking at 2. You are pretty much guaranteed your 2 islands if there's 10 in your deck.
Yes, you have a very high probability of getting them.
That's 4 more islands, which might seem hefty, but
again, it should be known as 4 more blue sources, not necessarily just islands. So look at dual lands as an option, and that's why we're talking about budget options for dual lands, because pain lands, get a blue-white pain land. I don't know actually what the blue-white pain land is.
The blue-white pain land is something shores, right?
Probably. No, Dark Slick Shores is black, blue, but that's not a pain land either. That's a fast land.
Oh.
I actually don't know what the blue-white one is. Anyway.
More on that.
Yeah. But like if you're running multiple colors, get dual lands and that's why dual lands are so important, is because they help you with all of these scenarios, right? Because instead of just adding one singular blue source as an island, what if you had a blue-white source? Well, that ups your blue source and also ups your white source count, and that gives you the higher probability of hitting the colors that you need on time to hit that turn 6 Frost Titan or that turn 4 Cryptic Command or something along those lines. And that's why you see a lot of control decks and things like that run very few basic lands, especially in Modern, because there are so many options for dual lands, and you might as well take as many of them as makes sense for your deck, because you need to hit your colors. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. It should be known also that the risk of running dual lands, and this is a little bit off topic, but the risk of running so many dual lands is a card like Blood Moon, right? And that's why Blood Moon is so prominent in a format like Modern, because so many people are running dual lands for this exact reason. And if you can shut them off of that,
it is nice.
You set them back. It's a huge setback. And so you'll see on occasion, you'll see people running a lot more basics than you would expect. And that's why. It's to get around stuff like that. A little off topic, but just things to think about when deck building.
Right. I mean, it is a consideration, and Modern kind of being our baby.
Yeah.
We need to talk about it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. So I wanted to run into a point. If you look at a list and you see all kinds of funky lands, 3 of this land, 2 of this land, 4 of this one, and then like 2 forests and 4 swamps thrown in there. All of this is because they've optimized their deck and got it to a point that they can probably play everything they need to play.
Yeah.
There is a really old, I'm going to not say philosophy, but principle in Magic, that the player who spends the most mana is going to win, probably.
Yeah.
So really that just comes down to turn 1, I played a thing, turn 2, I played a thing, 3, etc., etc. Whereas if I wait till turn 5 to play my thing, I'm not in an optimal position. 5 is ridiculous, but like turn 3 even, we'll say.
And especially in a format like Modern, because turn 3 is like the earliest win, I would say, in Modern that I can think of.
What wins on turn 3 besides like Storm?
Storm wins on turn 3. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Ad Nauseam can. I mean, you're going to look at combo decks, right?
I thought like Ad Nauseam was a 4 hard block.
Maybe. 4. I mean, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Because you need the Spirit Guides. You need all of them to cast the thing.
Yeah, or you can Lab Maniac.
Well, I guess that's true. The win con I'm thinking of is only with the...
with Lightning Storm.
Yeah, so maybe...
But generally, they run both Lab and the Storm. So, I mean, I'm not 100% on that, but generally you're going to see like a combo deck shoot for a win on turn 3, most likely get the win on turn 4, assuming that they're not against an interactive opponent.
Right.
And a lot of like burn decks or aggro decks will try and like basically have the game locked up on turn 4, latest turn 5. So that's between turns 3 and 5, you want to have the game in your favor or already won at that point is really what you're looking at. And so if you're not doing anything for the first 2 turns, well, that sucks, like
it's hard.
This sort of the exception to this, it's not 100% an exception, but control decks sort of get a different vibe because again, they're reactive, right? Like they're not necessarily looking to throw out threats on turns 1 and 2, but they should be drawing cards on turns 1 and 2 or countering a spell on turn 2, something along those lines.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. It's not that with control decks, the perspective kind of shifts where you just become, you're up on mana, right? You go for card advantage in control. If you can nullify any effect that they're going for, you're winning.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I mean, it's reactive. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
You're trading a card that's, in theory, affects the board state. Like it doesn't affect the board state at all. Counterspell doesn't do anything for the board, but
literally nothing.
But their Snapcaster or what have you definitely affects the board state. Yeah. So if you're trading a card that,
and you're spending the mana still, right. So that's sort of to that point.
Absolutely. The last point I'll bring to this, just to kind of prove us a little more, if you break down certain decks and certain cards. I would tend to look at it like, I want to play this card consistently on this turn.
Yeah.
How many lands do I need to do that? The more and more you dig into the math and try to make a deck with this principle, you'll realize, man, well, I need 25 swamps and 17 forests, etc. to do this right. Well, yes, but you can cut that number in half if they're all...
dual lands.
Exactly. Yeah. They're all dual lands. So mathematically, it makes perfect sense to invest in those sweet dual lands.
And to a point, I also want to add to this. The reason why fetch lands are so good, in case you don't know, in a 2-color deck, they're just a dual land, right? And that's fine.
That's what
in
you
a 3-color deck, they are tri-lands.
Yes.
Assuming you're running shock lands or something like that. Because a green-black fetch land, right, Verdant Catacombs, it could get an Overgrown Tomb or a Watery Grave, which adds blue.
Yeah.
It could theoretically get a Blood Crypt, which adds red. So, like, depending on... That's why fetch lands are so good in, multicolor decks, is because they actually can fetch for more than just 2 colors.
Yeah.
So, just things to think about if you're looking to invest a little more into a deck. Honestly, the best thing you can do for a deck is have a good land base. And so, if you're actually trying to be competitive with a deck, and you feel like everything's working okay, but it could be a little more efficient, start with the land base.
Absolutely.
Because 100% that will make your deck just run smoother, right? Like that's what you need. And then you can work out the kinks as far as the creatures or the spells or whatever, because that's just kind of the importance level in my opinion.
You're absolutely right. I think, just as a tangent, the most could a fetch land be a quad land, really? At its maximum?
Yeah, no, it could be technically a 5-color land.
A pentaland?
A pentaland. Yeah.
Could it really?
It theoretically could.
I guess, yeah.
Because there's a dual land for every 2-color. And so you could fetch any of them.
Touchy.
Yeah.
Touchy. Touche.
I mean, that's why they're so good, right? That's why you need them.
That's why they're $40.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Stupid expensive.
Yes. But you're absolutely right. So the mana base is, picture the mana base as like your soup stock. If you got just a crappy stock for your chicken soup, sure, you got all the right pieces in there, but it's just kind of going to be bland. It doesn't work right.
Yeah.
Right? But if you make that stock,
essentially what you want to do is not have to worry about making your color.
Yeah,
like, that's what you really
You don't
need.
want to be searching for a land. You want to be able to trust your deck and get that card.
You do not want to have a dead card in your hand because you made up like a terrible land base. Like that's just that's just bad.
Like optimizing a deck, optimizing really is when a deck is optimized or a thing is optimized, it's doing one specific action while expending the least amount of energy.
Yeah.
So if you don't have to worry about, man, I'm going to have to cast Explore and search my forest.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Well, they can't get forest. Whatever. You know what I'm saying.
No, I know what you mean. Another point I wanted to make with this, and we're sort of tangenting a little bit on this again, but the last thing I want to do or want to mention is with this ratio, if you end up realizing, hey, I've got all my colors, but I still have a couple extra land slots that I could theoretically throw in there, that's when you should look to utility lands and things like that. Things like Tech Edge or Ghost Quarter, or if you're running an artifact-based deck, things like Academy Ruins. That's where those cards sort of come into play and really, really get to shine, because if you've got all your colors taken care of, or you're not running a very color-intensive deck, you get to throw in these utility lands and not have to worry about it. And so if you can ratio this out and make sure that you have those slots,
that's the most important thing. Can I cast my things?
Yeah, exactly. Then you can actually add some utility into your deck that you may not have expected that you could have in the original list. So just some things to think about when you're building that land base, obviously.
Or it's a good time to throw in a slower land, but that's still a payoff land, like Hissing Quagmire.
Yes.
Or Shambling Vent.
Shambling Vent, yeah, that's a good one.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Black White. Go.
Black White? Yeah, it's Shambling
Vent. Oh, that's what I wanted.
Sweet. Way to be there.
I thought Shambling Vent. No, that's right. Blue Red is
Blue Red?
Yeah, is it?
Oh,
is it one?
Wandering Fumarole or something like that.
That's the weird one, right?
Yeah, it's a weird one.
Right. Yes.
But yeah, manlands are great.
They are. So as we delve into this a little more and maybe do a little more math, do some better math. More thorough math. We can apply this maybe to mana base and the mana curve.
Yes.
Because the mana curve is, of course, it's related. It's the second half of this mana pie.
Yeah.
But it is a little more complicated, I'd say.
Yeah.
Right.
100%. Yeah.
So we'll delve into that later, some other time.
We will jump in. This might be a bit of a two-parter, but
But try out this equation. See if you're building a deck, see if there's a way to optimize it a little better. Because that's really, if you want a deck to shine, that's the best way to do it. Is to get it,
especially if you're a competitive player.
Yeah, definitely.
Casual is a little less serious, but honestly,
even if you're going to Friday Night Magic, it's a fun thing to do to be able to pick
a way to test it out.
Yeah, definitely. You have a lot of homework to do to be good at Magic, and that's part of it.
Yes, you do.
Right.
You do. I agree.
I don't do it, but
I don't do homework either.
Maybe that's why I'm bad at Magic.
Me too. Yeah.
You good at Magic though, Kevin?
Yeah. All right. Anything else on land bases before we?
On land bases, no. We'll touch on that in the future.
We'll touch on more in the future. And again, guys, we will be talking about like creatures and spells and things like that, and especially curve options, I think.
Oh yeah.
In the future. So this is sort of our first of an actual helping deck building sort of series.
Mana bases are kind of more concrete, really. You just need to be able to cast your things.
Yeah.
But when you're building a deck, you get more options, I'd say.
It's a little tricky, I would say.
Yeah, you have more choices to make in what you want to do and think about the meta and this. Like, the meta doesn't affect your land base as much. Of course, Blood Moon does.
Yeah.
But there are options for Blood Moon that,
run a few basics. You're good to go. And some fetch lands.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, then moving on to the question of the week. This past question, what is the best bomb for a control deck?
Oh, yeah.
And now this, to specify, this could have been in any format. It could have been casual, all the way up to vintage, all the way to commander, whatever. It was also any color, so it could actually include anything. We did have a lot of one-off responses because obviously the breadth of this was fairly wide. So anybody that got, or that just suggested anything, they all got second place. So there were two, though, that got first place with 2 votes each. So what do you think they were?
Elspeth, 1.
Okay.
The good one, not the bad one.
Sun's Champion?
Yeah.
Okay.
The second one,
you should get one of these.
Maybe it's Fatcaster. Maybe.
I don't know that you consider Fatcaster. Well, yeah.
It's definitely a bomb.
It's a bomb.
I don't... Okay.
It's really good. I thought you meant Snapcaster at first, so I was like, that's not really a bomb.
No,
I mean, it's good, but like...
Fatcaster.
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of my favorite as of late, just because I got to play it so much in Standard.
Yeah.
I just...
Ooh. Oh, sorry, you did... Is it Control?
It's... Look, that is satisfying as crap. If you miss that little phase in the Standard season, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's delicious. It's delicious.
It's delectable.
Being able to, at the end of your opponent's turn, cast Glimmer of Genius, have more cards, and a 6/6.
Feels good.
All right. So, all right. Excluding that.
Do you want a hint?
Yes.
Think Modern. I would say Modern's where you would probably see this the most.
In a control
Especially
deck?
This current meta.
Are we going to say Death Shadow is the bomb?
No.
I was going to say.
Death Shadow I wouldn't count as a control deck, really. It has control elements, you know. It's got hand disruption as well as, like, what is the... That one card that counters things that I can't think of.
Cryptic Command?
No, it doesn't run Cryptic. Good lord. The one mana counter.
I'm trying to think in Grixis.
Stubborn Denial.
Oh, yeah.
Stubborn Denial.
Are we gonna say Cryptic Command is a bomb? Because I don't really like. I can't think of.
I would actually consider it kind of a bomb, but it is not on the list.
Yeah.
It is kind of a bomb though.
Think Modern.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You can do it, man. I believe in you.
I don't have it.
No clue?
No clue.
Okay, well you're wrong on Elspeth. Although she was on the list.
Good job, guys.
The first one, which I'm surprised you didn't get, Geist of Saint Traft.
Okay, but
that's a bomb.
On turn 3, though. Bomb to me is like...
It deals 6 damage. And it's hexproof. That's pretty bomb.
Yeah. Are they playing that in the modern
I don't know. Like so to be honest, I haven't kept up with too many of the control lists. I know occasionally you would see it in like an American control list back in the day. I would imagine that in blue white it's sort of at its best.
I would think so.
You basically get things like, as far as your creatures go, you get Snapcaster, you get Geist, you get Resto Angel, and then as a top end, you could theoretically get Fatcaster or something like that. But
I don't think you play in Modern.
I don't think you play Fatcaster in Modern either. But I could be wrong. I don't know. So I would not be surprised to see Geist in the current meta. The other one is Ratchet Bomb. Taken a little literally.
Oh my god.
But it makes sense.
I was like, wait, Ratchet Bomb's good. Nah.
Yeah, Ratchet
That's
Bomb.
what my brain did. Nah. You play that in eggs. Nah, it's not control. Nah. I just threw that away. I love Ratchet Bomb.
Yeah, I like Ratchet Bomb too.
It's fantastic.
Some other really interesting ones. Oblivion Stone. I mean, it makes sense.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, I like O-Stone. Thing in the Ice, I think is really interesting.
Thing in the Ice is great.
Although, do you play that more in Storm? It's whatever. Spell Swindle for you standard players out there. Somebody voted Spell Swindle.
Oh, that's
which
fun.
I do think is a bomb.
Yeah, 6 mana, right?
It's 5 mana, I believe. Counters a thing, and then you get the mana basically for that
on the next.
It's
turn.
like a fixed mana drain ish.
Yeah, I think that's as fixed as you're gonna get with that.
Yeah,
it's
I think
5
so.
mana, honestly.
Gideon, they didn't specify which. I would assume the best for control is Jura, but that's just my opinion.
I mean, I think Elspeth is definitely a better bomb.
Elspeth's better, yeah.
If you're thinking Planeswalkers, like,
yeah.
I've definitely
actually Jace is the best, which is also on here.
I was gonna say this legal though.
Jace Mind Sculptor is legal and not modern.
I was okay. All right.
We said any format.
Yeah.
Consecrated Sphinx was also up there. Elspeth, Grave Titan. Hey. Sphinx is Rev, which is a bomb.
Oh, dude. Way to go.
Elixir of Immortality. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, isn't that crappy...
It's to like shuffle your graveyard back into your deck.
And gain 5 life?
And gain 5 life. Let's do it all again is what the comment was. I'm a little like, kind of maybe.
No.
Not for Grixis, for sure, because Delve is a thing. No. I don't...
That doesn't work. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't think so. Because
it doesn't win you the game, right?
Because
it doesn't win you the game, right?
Not at all. 5 life is so... When you want to sink 4 mana into an artifact that just eventually will do this thing for you.
Here's where it would work. Hold on. Okay. I thought about a thing. Okay. American control. Because you burn. So you get all the burn back.
Get your burn back.
But you also have Snapcaster.
I was going to say, but that
just play Snapcaster.
And then you have to draw your burn, where with Snapcaster, you just get to have it again immediately.
Exactly.
Like, that's why I don't like that. It's really slow.
Somebody did put Blood Moon. Which is I don't know if I would consider it's a lockout.
That's my disagree with Blood Moon is it doesn't go in control decks.
Yeah,
it's a control card for sure.
Yeah, it's a prison card. Vidalcan Shackles. I like the Shackles. It doesn't see any play in Modern, unfortunately, but it's a really good card.
Yeah.
Terra Stomper.
Terra Stomper?
You know what that is?
No.
It's like an 8/8 for like 7 or 8 that can't be countered, and I think it might have trample. But it's in green. Hey, whatever.
bug control. Let's go,
Bug control. Baby. Let's do it. Somebody said Doomsday. I'm gonna disagree with that one. In a control deck, you don't put Doomsday. In a combo
Doomsday's
deck,
a combo deck.
In the Doomsday deck, you do it. Although I will say you do it.
With the right mana base, maybe you could.
No, I think the Doomsday deck has a lot of similarities with control. Yeah. But it's because of the format that it's in, because you run Force of Will and stuff like that in it just to make sure that you actually get your combo off.
Can play it.
But it's not like at heart a control deck. The last one that I thought was hilarious, somebody said Goblin Guide, because life control is the best control. I should have written your name down. I'm sorry I didn't. Whoever you are, though, you are the man. So that is so good.
I just pictured a giant burly
every
man
single time, man.
Every episode. It's a thing. Whenever this podcast dies, just make a compilation of me knocking down the mic to Enya.
Okay,
there's only time.
All right.
Boom, boom, boom. Frap. What was I saying? It was something equally ridiculous.
Probably. That's all.
Oh yeah, do. A big Russian dude like. Life control is best control.
Goblin Guide. Yeah. I'm wiping my nose again. Sorry,
nice. Guys. A lot of our viewers are Russian. If you found that offensive, sorry, not sorry.
Enjoy it.
I think all of you
we appreciate
ride
you.
bears to work.
Hey, pretty sure you all are bears. Oh God. We're kidding, obviously.
We are. We love you.
No, we are. We're just joking around. The question of the week that is going on right now. What is the best modern combo deck? Specifically modern. A lot of people have already answered, and I'm pretty sure I know it's going to win.
Storm.
I'm pretty sure I know it's going to win, but we will see on the next episode. Storm as long as there's not a storm going on. Okay. Hey. Yeah. It's Storm, but we'll wait and see till next time. There have been a few other suggestions.
To be fair, like Storm is the only combo deck really that doesn't say, "All right, I win." What I mean by that is you can mess up a Storm combo. There's Flusterstorm, but
not in Modern.
Modern is Flusterstorm not Modern legal?
No, it was only ever printed in a Commander deck.
Oh crap!
Did you really not know that?
No, I had no idea.
Wow, you really need to get better at Magic.
Yeah.
You should listen to this podcast. It's pretty sweet.
What's it called?
It Resolves, I think.
I like the Command Zone way better.
Well, who doesn't? But they're so much better than us.
Oh my God!
I mean, we're still two guys at a table talking about sometimes Commander.
Yeah, but we only have one mic.
Yeah, they have two.
We had 2 mics.
We'd be so much better.
Who needs content when you got 2 mics?
Hey, all right, guys. So moving on to our final segment of the Crackback series. We do have to mention this is sponsored by Grand Slam Comics and Collectibles.
Yes.
Mentioned every week because we do these episodes every week. But I was thinking, for some reason, my mind went back to when we did this like 3 times a week, and I was like, we mentioned this every week. And that was what my mind said.
That's fine.
Either way, it would have worked. But I was like, I need to do week. No, we won't, because this is supposed to go up tomorrow. So, thanks to somebody.
Alex.
So yeah, thank you to them for sponsoring this. We do have our gold cards. Mine's the new cradle.
Sorry, I want the big scary dinosaur. You know who you
big scary dinosaurs.
Nope.
Oh, that's not bad.
I like this card in limited. But...
Oh, well, okay.
Hey,
oh, wow, my pack's actually pretty good.
Yeah, man.
So my rare was Kinjali's Sunwing, which is 100% the pick. But I also got a foil Bloodfast, which turns into the Temple of Aklazats. Yeah, that's it.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. But it's foil and pretty, and I like it. But yeah, the Sunwing, 100%. The only other few cards that I like, Sky Terror is very good, not as a first pick. And Pilus Interdiction is a very good white removal spell.
My rare was Legion's Landing, not a card that I hate, but really is only your limited card, right? When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 token with lifelink. When you attack with 3 or more creatures, transform it, and then you can pay to make a 1/1 token with lifelink. It's really... I mean,
it's a little slow, right?
I could see this maybe getting some constructed play in like a white weenie deck, which might try to surface somewhere. Cards like Legion Conquistador. Bless you.
No.
Okay. By the way.
Maybe. No.
Bless you. Dang it.
Yeah.
Catch it on camera. Yes.
Oh, God, that was gross. All right, that's it.
It's like he sneezes so much. Bah.
Yeah, I do.
It's great. I'm sorry.
I sneezed like 9 times the other day in a row.
God, is that a new record?
No, I've done like 12. My heart stopped for like 12 seconds. It was terrible.
That's too many seconds for anyone's heart to stop.
It is, as it turns out. That's why I'm so messed up.
Jeez. That's a true story. Everybody.
Yeah, that is actually true. I'm not lying.
Good Lord. Okay, so really that's probably the pick just because Unlimited it offers so much upside. Yeah. But there's also Vine Shaper Mystic, which is good. I have probably the weakest removal in this set at Vanquish the Weak.
Although it's still decent. It hits a lot in limited.
Yes, but it doesn't hit scary things.
That's fair.
It does hit stuff like Storm Sculptor, can't be blocked when it enters the battlefield, bounce a thing. Actually,
it hits Kinjali's Sunwing.
True.
Just saying.
Actually, Storm Sculptor might be my pick. It's a 3/2 for 4.
Unblockable,
and when it enters the battlefield, it unsummons a thing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I kind of really like that. Unsummon on a 3/2 unblockable for 4.
It's not bad.
Changed my mind.
All right.
I'm in blue, guys. Blue aggro. Let's go, baby. Living the dream.
You got it. It's going to happen. All right. Well, thank you again to Grand Slam. We didn't get our gold cards. Hopefully next time. But thank you to them for sponsoring this and providing us with these fantastic packs. Speaking of packs, watch the Crack-A-Pack series. Shameless plug. We've had some really good actual packs on there.
Is there one more thing we're going to talk about today?
The giveaway?
Yeah.
It starts tomorrow. There's a giveaway that starts tomorrow.
Stay tuned on Instagram.
Yeah, it is on Instagram.
And Faceplace.
I mean, technically it'll be up there. But yeah.
Stay tuned.
Nose is really gross. I hate it, man. Okay. Thanks for watching.
Click here to subscribe. Turn the bell icon on. We've never said that. Turn the bell icon on. Because I forget this is a thing.
Yeah, I do too.
This is how you get notifications that we're on there.
Yeah.
I guess we always go to your subscribe folder, though.
Yeah, we do. Either way, subscribe to us. Hang out with us. Like our stuff. Comment on our stuff.
Oh.
Do all the above. And then also do the same to Grand Slam. And then also all of our Instagram partners.
And then my personal profile. That would do that. I'm just kidding.
You are linked on our Instagram.
Why?
I mean, not that anybody's going to know. For your birthday, we did this.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty fun.
Oh, man. You found literally the worst picture of me in existence.
Yeah, that's the point.
I'm doing this.
Yeah, it's a really awkward picture.
On a fence.
It's great.
It was a candid shot.
It was beautiful. It was magnificent.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we are going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. My name is Kevin.
My name is Will.
And this has been It Resolves.